Hi, people. Welcome back to Hot and Glam TV, entrepreneurship, finances, and tutorials. Here we chat about everything to do with finances and tutorials and entrepreneurship. Now, over the weekend, it has been pretty crazy. I watched my investments go down, 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 and it wasn't a good feeling. There's been a lot of talk of inflation in the economy and also the cryptocurrency downward trend has been caused by most of you know of the famous billionaire Elon Musk, who owns SpaceX, who's been sending out tweet after tweet over the weekend saying concerning Tesla's Bitcoin investments. And so this has caused a bit of a crush, downward crash into the stock market, especially into the cryptocurrency market. So this was very concerning for everybody. I watched as my investments go down. I haven't been posting videos lately because I have been so engrossed in trading and trying to trade. And so this new development has been a little bit discouraging for a lot of us that have invested into the stock market. I usually never talk about trades I just never talk about trades on my Hot and Glam account, on my YouTube channel. And this is concerning to the point where I'm out here speaking about trades and the inflation to the economy as well, and how this will affect your businesses, affect all our businesses, just because prices are increasing so rapidly. And as a reseller, this inflation is also affecting our businesses because we have to purchase new products, and our products are, because of the rise in prices, you're spending more money now to purchase your handbags to resell. And I'm not too happy about this as well um, because of the price increase, there'll be less spending in the economy. People will be probably more saving more money, um, and trying to purchase their basic needs. So let's just take a look at what's being said on not on social media, but that's trending right now. Let me see. Let me share my screen with you guys. Share screen. My Chrome tab. Okay. Share. Oh, no thanks. I don't know why. Oh, what is going on here? Right. Empowering small businesses, medium. I need to put an ad block right here. So this is from Bloomberg.com. And it says the big take, the world economy is suddenly running low on everything. This is just absolutely crazy, and people are starting to panic, which I think that panicking is not a good idea. I think keeping your head screwed on is a great idea, and just to sit down and do some planning and not to panic and just start preparing for whatever that may be incoming. So it is anything but efficient or normal. Surging corporate demand is upending global supply chains. Here, supply lines in daily newsletter that tracks trade and supply chains disrupted by the pandemic. A year ago, as the pandemic ravaged country after country and economies shuttered, consumers were the ones panic buying. Today, on the rebound, it's companies furiously trying to stock up. Mattress producers to car manufacturers to aluminum foil makers are buying more materials than they need to survive the breakneck speed at which demand for goods is recovering, and a surge that primal fear of running out. The frenzy is pushing supply chains to the brink of seizing up shortages. Transportation bottlenecks and spikes are nearly the highest levels in their recent memory. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry. This is my first time doing this, so just bear with me for the moment. So, seizing up shortages, transportation bottlenecks, and spike prices are nearing the highest levels in recent memory, raising concern that a supercharged global economy will stoke inflation. Now, because of this news, the inflation news on the Feds came out and said something, and on Friday, Elon Musk was also tweeting a lot, and so the crypto market crashed, literally started a downward trend on Friday. I took some, I sold most of my cryptos investments on Friday because I noticed every time I invested, I just kept losing money. It was on a downward trend. And there seems to be no point in investing in putting your hard earned cash in there right now. I understand like some people say hodl, it's a long term investment. But to me, it's like, why? Why should you work extra harder to earn more income and hodl to average down when it's already going down? Like the whole market is going down. You can just sell your crypto, wait for it to go to the bottom, and just purchase more stocks, more cryptocurrencies at the bottom. And so that's what I've decided to do, which is which maybe some of you disagree with, but that is my strategy. And this is not advice to anybody that's thinking of entering the crypto market. Um, do not take this as financial advice. This is just my personal um, channel where I post what I've been doing for in my journey, entrepreneurship journey. Okay, let's go back to this article. So you can see here irrigation lines are being set up to water tree, copper, iron ore, and steel, corn, coffee, wheat, and soybeans, lumber, semiconductors, plastic, and cardboard for packaging. The world is seemingly low on all of it. You name it, and we have a shortage on it. Tom Linebarger, Chairman and Chief Executive of engine and generator manufacturer Cummins Inc., said on a call this month, clients are trying to get everything they can because they see high demand. They think it's going to extend into next year. So basically, what's happening is the companies are purchasing more products than they really need to keep their supply in stock. And you remember how last year, when we were not only just last year, even this year in Texas, when we had the winter storm and everybody was just, I think some people were out shopping for more goods. And also during the pandemic, we went into Walmart and Walmart was basically empty. My husband and I went to get some food. I guess we didn't take it too seriously at the time that people were going to go a little bit crazy and just shop and empty all the freezers, empty the meat section. Most of it was gone. And I have a video on it as well. So basically, companies are now doing this because they're scared that production um, is not there's not enough goods being produced at the moment, so they're running out of the production and supplies. So, further excavating the situation is an unusually long and growing list of calamities that have rocked commodities in recent months. A freak accident in the Suez Canal backed up global shipping in March. So, you all remember that. Drought has wreaked havoc upon agricultural crops. A deep freeze and mass blackout wiped out energy and petrochemicals operation across the central US in February. Okay, we got over that. Less than 2 weeks ago, hackers brought down the largest fuel pipeline in the US. Yeah, that's crazy, even though that didn't really affect us personally, but I guess that was a crazy incident as well. So driving gasoline prices above $3 a gallon for the first time since 2014. Now, India's massive COVID-19 outbreak is threatening its biggest ports. So India is one of the countries that mass produces a lot of cheap goods to the rest of the world. Remember when Trump was president, he was trying to um, get improve relations with India and less with China because he thought maybe China had too much of a what would you say, like a monopoly on the market in the US, and he was trying to level it out with India as well. And I was, for me personally, yes, as a foreigner that moved to America after I got married and I moved to the States to be with my husband. And I came to America thinking that I would be seeing a lot of American goods when I made in America goods when I went into the shops, which was something that I actually wanted as a foreigner. And I saw a lot of made in China products that um, it was a little bit of a surprise to me that there was so many made in America products being sold. No, sorry, made in China products that are being sold in the shops, in Walmart, in the dollar shop, in um like just a lot of shops, like a lot of places that you go to has, even though the prices are so high, it's, you look at the tags, it's still made in China, which is basically not a bad thing. It's quality that we're looking for. But at the same time, I agree that if you want to grow your economy, it has to be made in America, and goods have to be manufactured in America. And there needs to be a kind of like, I agree with the American first, where you need to be purchasing your own products first before you purchase products internationally into your own country. And so you become more self sufficient as a country. Those are just my thoughts, my own personal thoughts. So the Suez Canal, the hacking. Let's take a look at. For anyone who thinks it's all going to end in a few months, consider somewhat U.S. economic indicator known as the Logistics Managers Index. So this Logistics Managers Index is built on monthly surveys of corporate supply chiefs that ask where they see inventory, transportation, and warehouse expenses. The three key components of managing supply chains now and in 12 months. The current index is at its second highest levels in records dating back to 2016, and the future shows little respite a year from now. Okay, so let's take a look at the logistic nightmare. Transportation, storage, inventory costs, and your record high in the US. I've noticed this, it's not just in America. Honestly, I have been searching online to purchase handbags, new stocks for resale, and I have noticed how high the prices are right now. And at this moment in time, I've just decided not to purchase anything for resale because if the prices are too high, like your cost price is already too high, your selling price will have to be higher. And the unemployment rate right now is still a little bit staggering in the country. So people are still, regardless of all the stimulus money and everything, people are still not employed. So, and basically, I would think that people are more saving money now in the bank accounts. Whatever they have, they're saving it for a rainy day. And I really don't think that there will be much purchasing of, say, designer handbags or being extravagant. The average American would not be going out buying designer handbags. I've looked at the um, Real Reels returns on, so on Robinhood. Let me just check it right now. So there wasn't there was an article out on Robinhood the other day on the Real because they did earnings. So the Real had a quarterly loss, although they had a quarterly loss, but sales rise. So basically, like this article talked about the Real. Between gains and losses, an extended session Monday after the e-commerce retailer of secondhand luxury goods reported a narrow first quarter loss in sales that were above Wall Street expectations. Okay, so the Real basically said that it lost 56 million or 62 cents a share in the quarter compared with the loss of Babe. Oh, sorry. It's my husband. Real said it lost 56 million or 62 cents a share in the quarter compared with a loss of 44 cents a share in the year ago quarter. Adjusted for one-time items, the company lost 49 cents a share. Revenue lost 27% to 98.8 million. Hi, so where were we? Basically we were chatting about the Real, and it said the Real lost 56 million or 62 cents a share in the quarter. Revenue rose 27% to 98.8 million, the company said. Analysts polled by FactSet expected a loss of 53 cents a share. So this is the Real shares that went down. The company said it expects gross merchandise value between 320 million and 330 million for the second quarter, which would be 75% to 80% year-on-year growth. The stock ended the regular trading day down 10%. The thing is, the stock wasn't doing too well last year because of the whole, if you guys remember, there was a market crash last year during the pandemic, I think it was around May that there was a crash, April, May. During that time, the whole market crashed and the Real stock went down to about just above $5 at the time. But during that time last year, the stock market crashed, the Real shares crashed. The thing was, Real was making more sales, and luxury brands, luxury resellers were actually making more sales than they've ever did because people were also at home and they had money. There were still people being employed, and they were doing a lot of online shopping at the time, and they were spending money from the stimulus as well. And there wasn't this much of the economy wasn't inflated as today. Slowly, the prices started going up. Throughout the months, prices slowly went up. And I guess that's the effect on inflation. Now, if you look at other countries in the world that's had inflation, let me see, what countries can we use as examples? Inflation countries. 20 examples. So let's take a look at let me share my camera with you again. Share screen. Share screen. It's raining right now. There's a little bit of Chrome. Worst countries, hyperinflation. Okay, so hyperinflation, this is what's going on right now in the States, where there's talk about a possibility of hyperinflation happening, and a lot of analysts, economists and analysts, they're saying that there's going to be a hyperinflation. So countries that top the list for worst inflations. Let's take a look at this. In 2019, it's raining right now, so you might hear a little bit of rain going on. In 2019, the IMF estimated Venezuela's annual rate for 2019 would be astounding 200,000%. So Venezuela had a hyperinflation. Other countries that have had hyperinflation. So key takeaways from this was hyperinflation is extreme or excessive inflation where price increases are rapid and out of control. Right now, it kind of seems a little bit out of control in terms of the what I've seen in the luxury resales marketplace. There's, I'm on Twitter as well, so my Twitter's going off. Most central banks, such as the U.S. Federal Reserve, target an annual inflation rate for a country of around 2% to 3%. During periods of hyperinflation, a country experiences an inflation rate of 50% or more per month. Venezuela, Hungary, Zimbabwe, and Yugoslavia have all experienced periods of hyperinflations. So in Hungary, you can see August 1945 to July 1946, there was hyperinflation there. Zimbabwe was in 2007 to 2008. And April 1992 to January 1992 in Yugoslavia. So those are the worst cases of hyperinflation. Now there's talk about hyperinflation in America that's going to happen because of all the money printing that's been going on in America. The thing is that I really kind of like not understanding a little bit that I need to read more on is the fact that America does give out a lot of aid money, like, you know, America and aid money to other countries. And so with this aid that America gives out, I would think that every year America still gives out aid money to third world countries or to developing countries or countries in need to stabilize the rest of the world and to create some sort of stability away from the development goals, UN development goals, that kind of stuff. And so America is always giving money in aid, and the fact that it's giving money back to its people, or just which is very much needed. I think it's very much needed to be giving money back to your own people, especially taxpayers' money that people work hard for. I will have to get more informed on that and see what kind of difference this would have in the impact, where economists are saying it's going to have a big impact and will definitely result with hyperinflation in the States, which I am not looking forward to at all. So in order to prepare for this, I just suggest saving as much as you can, and also looking at ways that you could save money that you're not spending a lot in the shops. So I suggest doing things such as growing your own vegetables, getting canned food, not because just as backup, just in case you run out of like stuff in the shop, like grains and rice. If you eat rice, grow your vegetables, learn to grow your own vegetables, have a backup generator just in case something goes wrong. All that third, what is it? Not all, get all the doomsday things that you need. I've never thought of doomsday until now, but get all that organized, and so you can be more prepared if anything comes up. Have your pantry stocked up. Don't go crazy in the supermarkets. Just stock up like what is reasonable. Have enough water, what's essential for your families. That's all I can think of right now. So thank you for watching my live stream. Well, it's basically pre-recorded because this is the first time I've done this, so I want to just test it out and see how this goes first. And maybe next time I'll do an actual stream. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little chat. Um, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this. If you like my content, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the subscription button and like my videos as well. Have a lovely day. Bye. See ya.